Invest Nova Scotia supports businesses, helping you thrive at every stage of your journey.
Maritime Pressure Works was founded in 1998 in Nova Scotia, specializing in smaller commercial boilers. Later, after identifying a market gap, they expanded into larger industrial boilers. Now, the company provides multidisciplinary machining and fabrication services for industries across Canada. They also produce their own temporary rental boilers, servicing major manufacturing, power, nuclear, and food industry facilities in emergencies when their boilers go bust. The Spring Hill fabrication facility specializes in tube bending and is the only company in Eastern Canada with the capacity to bend up to an 8-inch diameter.
So the company was founded in 1998 by an individual that focused on small industrial boiler repair and piping repair. Over the years, we've added 3 or 4 different divisions, taking the company to a range of 220 employees. We're not just Nova Scotia now, but we do work all over Atlantic Canada, Ontario, Alberta. We have multiple maintenance contracts in Labrador City, where we rotate people in on large iron ore mines as the mechanical contractor for maintenance and capital projects.
Here, workers are bending tubes for a superheater, which will eventually be installed in an industrial boiler. To begin, they gather carbon steel tubing or pipe. Drawings are consulted to ensure the pipe measurements and bends are correct. The bending die and mandrel are unique for each job and are selected based on the size of the pipe. The die is placed on the pipe bender. The selected pipe is first greased with tube lube. The grease reduces the friction between the pipe and the bending tool. The mandrel is placed inside the pipe and stops it from flattening against the die. Ensuring the pipe is the correct length, workers measure the first 9 1/8 inches for a 45-degree bend. A piece of sandpaper is used to grip the tube against the die. The middle lever is used to clamp the pipe. The far left lever grasps the pipe where the mandrel is located, and the right lever bends the pipe. Once bent, the tube is unclamped and the mandrel is taken out. A spirit level is used to ensure everything is level. Now it's time to make the next bend. In this case, it's 180 degrees. The final bend is at 10 inches with another 45-degree bend. A template of the superheater has been drawn on the shop floor to ensure this tube will fit correctly to the headers in the final construction. The headers, or drums, are large diameter pipes. Each tube being bent attaches to the headers. The end of each tube is cleaned of rust and grease before being welded to the headers. The final superheater will consist of 64 bent tubes and 2 headers. Once in service, it will hold high-pressure steam. Maritime Pressure Works has 25 portable boiler systems ready for emergencies. Hundreds of these bent tubes are inside each temporary rental steam or hot water mobile boiler, including this 300 horsepower unit.
A lot of the times that we will get the call, we will come with the option to give you a temporary boiler to get your plant back online. And then once you have a moment to breathe, we are very well versed in helping you with the repair of your existing equipment on site.
Boilers are used for heat and hot water in many large buildings. So when one fails, a replacement must be found immediately in order for the building to continue functioning. Maritime Pressure Works delivers and installs these temporary rental units while a permanent boiler is being repaired or replaced. Each unit is designed and built with steel floors and sheet metal siding. Nothing combustible is allowed inside. As soon as a unit arrives on site, high-voltage electrical power and water connections are made through hatches on the exterior of the unit. Boilers need water to produce steam, but these units have no water in them when they arrive to avoid freezing of the boiler parts. Fresh water first passes through a filtration system to ensure it's clean. Any debris or contaminants in the water could damage the boiler. Once filtered, the water feeds into a holding tank. Steam water injection keeps it warm and ensures the water in the holding tank and boiler are at optimum levels. A float inside the tank ensures the correct water level is maintained. If the water drops too low, the float turns off the boiler to prevent any damage. A temperature control probe ensures optimal temperature levels in the boiler system. A chemical injection pump allows for the addition of chemicals to the water. These chemicals aid in boiler efficiency or help to prevent corrosion. Each boiler has 2 feed pumps which supply the water to the boiler. A pressure release valve releases excess pressure from the boiler if required during operation. The water enters a modulating station, which regulates the feed water flow, delivering it to the boiler through a feed water control valve. The boiler has a single control panel that can be tied into the customer's existing boiler control system. There are also a variety of disconnects for various pieces of equipment. A blowdown tank removes dirt, debris, and corrosion from the boiler. The debris is injected with cold water to cool it down and remove it safely to the ground or a sewer system. A burner fuel train allows the customer to hook up the mobile boiler to their existing supply of fuel, accommodating number 2 oil, gas, or propane. The burner is the heartbeat of the boiler. Controlling fuel inputs, this one can generate up to 1 million British thermal units per hour. The fuel is ignited inside the burner, and a fan controls the size of flame. Each compact mobile boiler is constructed to include various elements necessary for maintenance and regular service, such as cleaning soot from tubes or replacing gaskets. The unit also contains a fan in order to cool the inside. These boilers are only rented for emergencies and are completely built, operated, and maintained by Maritime Pressure Works.
I think if you talk to a lot of our customers, the philosophy is that we have, we'll never say no to anything. Our company is very well versed in multiple different challenges, different industries. In the industry we're in, sometimes we don't have a lot of notice, so it's a lot of last minute emergency work, and we understand that the importance to customers' operations are the entire business, so, and we put that at the forefront.
Invest Nova Scotia supports businesses, providing the tools and expertise you need to succeed.